Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family, to how Paris Saint-Germain absolutely destroyed AS Monaco yesterday at the Parc des Princes. And in this video, we'll be going through pictures of the game, the best moments, and moments we need to fix defensively. It starts off here. Fabian feeds Dembele. First minute in, Paris Saint-Germain already wanting to score. Dembele turns his defender and gives it to Hakimi, who makes a great run. Mbappe is obviously offside, but it's really great that Paris Saint-Germain can create dangerous chances like this early on against such a great side like Monaco. This was a chance that Paris Saint-Germain created, which I liked a lot. Obviously, nothing happened from it. Mukiele finds Mbappe. Mbappe back to Gonçalo. Gonçalo to Vitinha. Vitinha receives it and puts a long ball there to Mukiele. It's a really great transgression from the left-hand side, which we really haven't seen that much this season, but it's improvement, and I love to see improvement from Paris Saint-Germain. Great pass from Vitinha as well. We're always on him when he doesn't make those 50-50 risky passes, but this was a really good pass from him. Again here, pass from Monaco, the defender, to Golovin. I don't know how he can be in acres of space like that. That was a huge weakness for us versus AC Milan. I know Hakimi wants to push up. I know Hakimi wants to press. And I know that Lucho tells him to do that. But we got to fix this issue better. Is that Dembele dropping deeper? Is that maybe Fabiano Ugarte, one of the midfielders, dropping deeper when Hakimi pushes up? But we definitely need to fix that issue because obviously nothing got created. But as I said, that's how Rafael Leao cooked Paris Saint-Germain in the last game in the Champions League. It was those open spaces. He had too much space. Golovin obviously is not a fast dribbling winger that can score goals, but if we come up against a Leao or a Coleman or anyone and you give him that space, it would be extremely dangerous. So something we have to fix. Another thing, obviously Monaco were playing with the two number 10s in Minamino and Golovin, and they found this pocket of space all the time between like the midfielder, the centre-back, and the full-back, which was very dangerous. Obviously, Lucas here with a great block, but we need to fix that. That was a defensive issue. Fabian here, delicious ball to Gonçalo. Gonçalo, delicious touch. And an even more delicious pass with his left foot to Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe takes it. Everybody here knows Mbappe is going to do his signature move. And I think Mbappe knew that, so he did a step over and went left instead of right. But great save from the Monaco goalkeeper here. Look at this header from Monaco. How can he have that much space? Obviously, I'm extremely happy Donnarumma saved that, but Skriniar has to do much better. Look at that, just looking at Donnarumma, and then everybody was looking at each other. Who's going to mark him? It was obviously Milan Skriniar because he was marking nobody. Or even Ugarte there. Everybody else was marking somebody. So it's on Ugarte and Skriniar to mark that player. We have to fix these issues before this becomes a weakness for us in big games in the Champions League. Dembele. 1v1. Easy for him. Goes past the defender in tons of space. Has so much time to think about it. And he can give it to Mbappe. He can give it to Gonçalo. He can give it to Fabian. But he decides to instead put up in a useless cross that Maripan easily recovers and gets away. Another chance here for AS Monaco. Balogun on an island versus Skriniar on the left-hand side. But Skriniar just continues with him. Balogun gets a bit of space. Takes the shot, a bit similarly to Tarek Mofi against Paris Saint-Germain. Donnarumma makes a save, Van der Sar gets it, Donna makes a second save, and lastly it goes in. But thankfully, Balogun was offside from the entire attack began. So we were a bit lucky there, a bit fortunate, but that's football for you, that's football for you. Dembele, again, in a 1v1 situation with the fullback, goes inside this time, gives a delicious ball to Hakimi, who takes the shot. Good save by the goalkeeper. But again, Dembele creating all the chances. And here comes the first goal. Is Dembele again, takes the shot. Again, a bit fortunate that the goalkeeper made a mistake and Gonçalo is there with an easy tap in. Allez, Paris. This is a counter-attack. Paris Saint-Germain will receive a lot of counter-attacks like this. We saw that versus AC Milan, and we will see that many times because Paris Saint-Germain plays high-risk, high-reward football. And when you play high-risk, high-reward football with a high line and push up a lot, you will receive these kinds of chances. Minamino gives it to Balogun. But what you need in these chances is that your defenders do their job. And that's exactly what Milan Skriniar here. An easy tackle to get it away from Balogun, who was in his pocket for me the entire game. Both him and Lucas Hernandez pockets. Again, here comes the Monaco goal. Donnarumma, tons of time to think about it. And I think that's Donnarumma's biggest issue. It's when he has too much time to think. That's when he makes these kinds of mistakes. I mean, we all remember the mistake versus Real Madrid. He had too much time to think. gives away a stupid pass to Minamino, and Minamino obviously scores an easy goal for Monaco. Coming back into the game was Paris Saint-Germain. Obviously, we're fortunate to get a goal. Here, Monaco extremely fortunate, but I still expect Donnarumma to make that save. I mean, the ball, as you can see, was straight on his hand. Donna, you gotta do better, especially after making a mistake. It's very good that at least you tried to save the shot. I mean, he was close, but I need you to save these chances. But I was extremely happy that it didn't affect his confidence for the rest of the game, because I will show you he made some other great saves in the rest of the game. One thing here I picked up on Lucas Hernandez, obviously this was his first start as a centre-back for Paris Saint-Germain, which we haven't really seen from Skriniar, Danilo and Marquinhos previously, is that he can drive with the ball inside, and that is extremely needed in this modern football, modern centre-backs. If you look at Manchester City, their centre-backs, the Gvardiol, the Diaz, they do this all the time. It's a simple thing for them, and I appreciate when my players do this. Lucas here takes the ball, goes past Minamino, and creates an entire attack just by him going inside and taking players' attention. You can see even Van der Sar on there, and Zakaria, I believe, all followed Lucas' run, and that made Vitinha entirely open. Vitinha that later gave it to Mbappe and so on. Ugarte, big game from him, in my opinion. He's not been in the greatest form, especially compared to the beginning of the season, but this was a great bounce back game. He helped a lot, especially with Monaco counterattacks, won the ball back a lot of times. I believe he had like 10 recoveries in this game. So really good for Manuel Ugarte. Dembele here receives the ball in the center, goes past, turns the defender, gives it to Fabian. Fabian with a great ball to Achraf Hakimi, who makes the run. Achraf Hakimi finds Kylian Mbappe. And when you see this picture, you're like, yo, this is an easy goal, especially with the positioning of their goalkeeper. But Mbappe just doesn't get enough power or precision on it, and the goalkeeper makes a good save. But, I mean, everybody expects Kylian Mbappe to score that goal. So this is on Kylian Mbappe. He has had 2 chances now this game, which he has missed. Skriniar, one really good thing as well. As I said, with Hakimi pushing up a lot, Skriniar has to push up a lot to be on his player so that he doesn't get that much space. And here, he did really beautiful and did that a lot of times this game. Dembele, obviously, here wins the penalty. Kylian Mbappe scores it. Paris Saint-Germain back to leading in the game. And it was very important. It was very important. Again, all these 3 goals from both from PSG and Monaco at this point, I believe, were fortunate for the opponent and for us. But that's football for you. That's football. Skriniar again here. As I said, Balogun was definitely in his pocket. I don't care that much about that lost goal. Dembele here feeds Mbappe. Mbappe really good that he can move around to the right-hand side. Gonçalo still taking up the space centrally, and Vitinha on the left. So too many defenders can't be on Mbappe. Mbappe dribbles really well and puts in a delicious ball to Hakimi. Hakimi to Fabian. Shots get blocked. But again, chances like this, I really love to see. When Mbappe moves there, it's so unpredictable, and the defenders really don't know what to do, because the player that's marking Mbappe is their right back and right center back. And when Mbappe goes on the left, they're thinking, should I go there? Should I follow him? Should I leave space open on the left-hand side? Or should anybody else follow him? But that also means that Dembele gets more space. It's a very hard, tricky situation, and I love that movement from Kylian Mbappe, drifting from the left to the right. Again here, I don't understand how Golovin can make this. I understand Ugarte and Fabian both are behind him. They aren't quicker than him, but one of the defenders has to step up. I mean, we have Vitinha, Mukiele, Lucas, Skriniar, and Hakimi in the defense. I know it's 4 Monaco attackers. You want to be very careful in situations like this, because one pass through the line can easily be a goal for Monaco here, but it's much better than just waiting. We just waited, and he still managed to put the ball beautiful to Minamino. And as I said before with Donnarumma, makes an astonishing save right before the halftime. And this was such an important save from Donnarumma. Big save by the Italian giant. Second half starts, again, Minamino, as I said, in that pocket of space. He loves finding the number 10 areas. But again, Donna is there to stop it. No chance for Monaco. Ugarte here, again, beautifully. Because in the second half, 25-minute period, it was Monaco having most of the ball, Monaco having a lot of counterattacks, and we just had to defend. And that's really something I'm not really used to seeing from Paris Saint-Germain, being able to defend. I remember, for example, when we played Bayern, for example, in the quarterfinal, and we just defended that game. This is the first time, since then, I can remember where we actually defended. I mean, we defended beautifully in this 4-4-2 in Monaco. I mean, they had some crosses, they had some corner kicks, but really no chance apart from this chance here. Great ball to Balogun, but again, Lucas on him really beautifully. Lucas as a centre-back, it's beautiful. I loved him as a left-back. I saw some weaknesses in his left-back game, especially offensively, but as a centre-back, Royce defender. 69th minute, Fabian takes a quick free kick, Dembele gets the ball. What a beautiful touch. No Gonçalo and Mbappe in the box. He has to go alone, and he scores it. And the fans, the players, everybody's so happy for him. He was happy after the game, and this is stuff you love to see. But Paris Saint-Germain, they weren't done yet. This is what I love about this PSG team. We score a goal, and then we're even more hungry for another goal. Colomwani coming off the bench. We had Ekitik and Soler coming off the bench last season, but now we have a player with Randall Colomwani's quality coming off the bench, winning the ball, making the run, dragging Kamara with him, opening tons of space there in the middle. And Vitinha, when you give him tons of space, when he can take a long shot, sorry, he's gonna punish you. And he did. 4-1 to Paris Saint-Germain. Obviously, we lost a little bit of focus. Minamino with a great ball to Balogun. Balogun scores it. And there's only one player you can cook here, and it's Skriniar. I mean, Lucas was holding the offside line really beautifully there. Balogun makes the run. He should have been offside, but Skriniar just too late, and then tried to run for it. I mean, you're not quick. You're not quicker than Balogun. You're never going to catch up. So Skriniar definitely has to work on that. I mean, if you're slow, you got to use that offside trap to your advantage. And Skriniar has to improve on that. And then last minute of the game, Vitinha, really good ball to Hakimi. I didn't even notice it in the game. Thankfully, I rewatched the game and saw this pass. Hakimi puts it in. Nobody can clear it, and Colomwani's there with the goal. And look, Paris Saint-Germain, this was a really good performance from Paris. Now, you know what? It's an amazing performance from Paris Saint-Germain. I know that we conceded 2 goals. First one, I mean, I really don't count it as a goal. It wasn't from Monaco being dangerous or something. The second goal, we definitely need to prevent. Monaco still had a lot of chances, but I mean, that's why you have great centre-backs as Lucas and Skriniar who can block and make defensive contributions. And that's why you have an elite goalkeeper like Gianluigi Donnarumma to make those kinds of saves. But we still need to improve defensively, in my opinion. Those pocket of space that Minamino was finding and Golovin, we definitely need to have an improvement on that. But offensively, scoring 5 goals. I mean, in the first half, we had a lot of chances, only scored 2. We should have probably scored more goals. But in the second half, we were so clinical. From every single chance that we got, we scored. And the Dembele chance, that's a great finish. The Vitinha chance, that's a great finish. And then Colomani, that's a bit fortunate finish. But we go into the Newcastle game with amazing form. Obviously, Warren Zaire-Emery, Marquinhos will be missing that game, including Nuno Mendes and Presnel Kimpembe. But everybody else is back. Asensio is back. Danilo Pereira is back. The form is... It's amazing. I mean, Ligue 1, as I said, ever since that Clermont game, we have just been scoring goals for fun. So hopefully this continues, and hopefully we have a batting of Newcastle at the Parc des Princes. That's been it for Paris Saint-Germain. Destruction of Monaco at the Parc des Princes. Smash the like button, subscribe to the PSGINT YouTube channel if you enjoyed this video. And as usual, allez, allez, allez Paris.